the real-time real estate segment today, being brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. Our investors actually buying up all the homes. Are you trying to buy a home, but you feel like you're against deep-pocketed Wall Street investors snatching up everything in sight? Many people believe mega investors are driving up prices and buying up all the homes for sale, and that's making it hard for regular buyers like you to compete. But here's the truth. Investor purchases are actually on the decline, and the big players aren't nearly as active as you might think. Let's dive into the facts and put this myth to the test. Most investors are small, not mega investors. A common misconception is that massive institutional investors are dominating the market. In reality, that's not the case. The Mortgage Reports explains, quote, on average, small investors account for around 18% of the market, while mega investors represent only 1%. Most real estate investors are mom and pop investors who own just a few properties, not large corporations buying up entire neighborhoods. They're people like your neighbors who have another home they're renting out or a vacation getaway. Investor home purchases are dropping. But what about the big investors you hear about in the news? Lately, those institutional investors, the ones that make headlines, have pulled back and aren't buying as many homes. According to John Burns Research and Consulting, at their all-time peak in the second quarter of 2022, institutional investors, those owning 1,000 plus single-family homes, only made up 2.4% of home sales, and that number has only come down since then. Quarter three of 2024, that number actually had fallen to just 0.3% if you're watching us on ronsingleradio.tv, any of our socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490, FM 98.1 video feed. You are seeing a chart of institutional investors who are buying fewer and fewer homes. Investors are clearly more reluctant to buy in today's market, but why? The answer is largely because higher mortgage rates and home prices have made it less attractive for them. The idea that Wall Street investors are buying up all the homes and making it impossible for you to compete is a myth. While some investors are still in the market, they're not nearly as active as they were in the past years. Bottom line, big institutional investors are not buying up all the homes. If anything, they're buying less than they have been. Let's connect and talk about what's happening in the local markets. And I do have the data for every local market, and I give it away to you for free. All you have to do is go to rsrlinks.com/market report, rsrlinks.com/market report. And our friends over at Altos Research, they track every home for sale in the country every single week, and they're all there by zip code. Yours is there as well. You can find out what's going on in your zip code. That's a real-time real estate segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com.